Would you look at the size of this? I have never seen a building as big as this. Hello everyone, it's the FARMSIMGUY here. I hope you're all doing well. Today we are here to have a look at LegacyAG's brilliant new freestall shed. This is colossal. Not a particularly complex shed in many respects, but look at the detailing on it. He has done a wonderful, wonderful job of modelling this. You can see the calves in there. Now this will take, get ready for it, 1,000 head of cattle. It is huge, and as you can see as I walk down the front here, it just keeps going and going and going. There are 4 pens in here. This is your straw trigger here, so you can see there the cows have got a decent amount of straw inside. It's plumbed for water, so you don't need to worry about refilling the water all the time as well, which is good when you've got 1,000 cattle. And if we go around here, I'll just show you again. Look at the timber, look at the texturing on the timber, on the frame and things. Absolutely beautiful. We'll have a bit of a deep dive on it. You can see this transparent finish on the top as well, which is really nice. I haven't seen much done like that before, so that's nicely done. Now let's just head along here, checking the outside out as well, and we've got a big open door here to the feed passage, and again you can roll down here and fill these 4 feed pens as you see fit. We have actually got some TMR in a feeder which we'll drop in a little minute, but there we go. There's your tip trigger, and you can see there as well your manure spawns in the shed as well. It will actually have capacity for 1.5 million litres of manure, so you've got to go in through these gates here and unload it manually, which is quite a nice touch, but lots of space in here to move around with a little bobcat or something like that. Let's shut the gate before the cow comes out. Now along here as well, just to show you where the light boxes are. There's 2 grey boxes on the wall here. One, and you will maybe not see it particularly well here, but we will have a look at this at night because it does look great at night. This one here turns on the lights in the passage, and if you stand next to this one here, turns the lights on over the cow pens. I've just popped up my HUD again there just so you can see it is your left mouse button for lights on and lights off. And again here, if you stand next to this box, it turns on or off the lights as well. Now Legacy has said that this is specifically a beef cattle shed, so there is no milk trigger or any storage capacity for milk. Now it holds 145,000 litres of food. That's 130 to feed the 4 pens, but with 15k leeway. Now he said that does seem on the light side, but he has designed it to work predominantly with Maize Plus, and he's based it on Random Spark's realistic feed values. Now if you do want base game, you can edit the XML and you can bump it up to 250,000 litres should you wish. Now I don't know if in the future he may release a base game one and a Maize Plus one separately. We'll just have to wait and see. 200,000 litre capacity for straw for bedding as well. And as I mentioned already, 1.5 million litres of storage capacity for manure. But I've got to say, I am really impressed with how good this looks, and the size of it it beggars belief. But if you're looking for a really big shed to run a really big beef operation, this is the one for you. Animal trigger just here, as per usual. Just hit the R button and pull up your cows there. And as you can see in the top right corner, 1,000 head can go into this shed. So very cool. Now we do happen to have a tractor here with a feed wagon full of TMR, 45,000 litres worth to be exact. So let's roll this in and we can have a look at where the triggers are and how it unloads. We'll just roll into the shed here. Let's get lined up. It's quite a narrow entrance, but We'll take an Arctic lorry and also a nice wide feeder like this, and there you go. The trigger starts instantly the moment you're in here, and it runs the entire length of the shed. If you press the I to start unloading there, you'll see it starts to fill all 4 troughs simultaneously as well, so you don't have to drive along and unload at 4 separate locations, which is a nice touch as well. I like that. Just makes things a little bit easier. But there we go, 45,000 litres in there. Get the cows nicely fed up. Now, I have jumped to night time here, and I've turned off the triggers because the blue glow off them does throw things off a little bit, but I just want to show you what this looks like with the lights on at night. So, don't even see the shed. There we go. So let's turn this one on, which is your feeding passage lights there. If we go back to here and turn this one on, that is your lights over your cow pens. But it just gives off this really nice light. It's not too bright, not too harsh. Got the cows climbing on the manure pile there. But it's not too bright. It feels very authentic, I have to say. Look at the light through the rafters there. The way that's casting itself onto the wood is really nicely done. Done a great job with this. I know he spent a lot of time working on the lighting for it, so I think he should be very proud of the end result, because it looks great. Look at that, even at the end there. A little bit of branding, a bit of legacy branding on there, but look at that. How nice does that look? How real and authentic does that look? Never have a lot of light in big cow barns, or any cow barns really, but that looks great. Super stuff. So before we move on, there isn't really much to tell you about the shed other than what you've already seen. This is in its very, very last throes of testing. I think it's going to be out in the not too distant future unless anything drastic pops up, but having a play on this and getting this video set up, I have found absolutely no issues with it. It's very, very nicely done. Right, I just wanted to jump into the build menu here so you could see this in action. There it is, $139,900, so very reasonably priced. But I click on that, it is massive. It barely fits on the screen. You can actually get the entire building on if you are rotated it to the right angle. So there you go. So you can get it virtually all on there. So just be careful when you're placing this to make sure that you get it right. In fact, if I flip this around, I'll try and get it lined up with the other one. We'll have a nice run through here. Now you will see that this shed is white at the moment, and that is because this is the first shed that Legacy's done that will also use ThundR's Placeable Colours mod. Now Argsy did cover this off in a very good video a few weeks ago, which I will link in the description, and Trailer Park Farms, who we will come on to his sheds in just a minute, has done an excellent video for modders for how they can implement this Placeable Colours script from ThundR into their buildings going forward as well. So a little bit of background: when FARMSIM22 came out, one of the things that Giants implemented was the ability to scroll through a range of colours of your shed, but you could only change one parameter, so you couldn't have different coloured walls and a different coloured roof. It had to either be you could only change the colour of the walls, or you could only change the colour of the roof, not both. So what ThundR's brilliant new script does is allow you to change more than one. Let me just give you a little bit of a demo here. So there we go. You can see under toggle snapping, you've got left shift N and M change colour selection, and N and M underneath that is to change colour. So if I press N and M now, you can just about see it there, the strip along the front. In fact, I'll change it to a better one. So if I press left shift and M, change colour section 2. Now if I lift off the shift and just press M or N, there we go, we're changing the roof colour. You can scroll through different colours of roof. Now obviously I'm going to stick with my green one. In fact, I'll go through the lot of them so you can see them all. So there's a huge range of colours here to choose from, which is really nice. But let's go back to our colour that we want, which was, I believe, I mean, how many colours he's put in here? Crazy amount. It's brilliant. Never be short of colour choice again. So there we go. But now I can shift that again. And again, I've picked the wrong shed to do this with because it's so big. You can barely see the ends of the shed, but there we go. We can just about see it there. So we've just shuffled things around there so we can get the end of the shed on so you can see it. But let's now change that to the side parts of the shed. So there we go. So now we can change the colour of the walls here to match the other ones. There we go as well. Now we do have the option with this, I believe. We can zoom in close enough to change as well. Colour section 3. So there you go, you can see strip along the ends there and around the doors changing as well. So you've got that available to you as well. Very cool. So let's place that down. Let's just hit the place button there. And we just come out of the build menu for a second. There you go. You have your 2 matching sheds. Very nice indeed. Now, I am going to quickly spin around here because I have got Trailer Park Farms 4 sheds as well, because they are the other sheds that are already released to be able to be used with ThundR's Placeable Colours mod as well. So now let me demonstrate these for you. As you can see, these are plain white sheds. Now, you know I'm a big fan of Trailer Park Farms sheds, so it's great to see these continually evolving and developing. Now, if I jump back into the build menu here, in the shed section, we'll scroll along. Now, if you remember, if you've already used Trailer Park Farms sheds before, he went to the bother of making a load of different coloured versions to compensate for the fact that you could only change one type of colour in them. Now, they've all been amalgamated into one shed, so you don't have to scroll through multiple different colours of the same shed to get to stuff. So let's pick the Placeable shop. This is quite a good one to demo. Let's spin it around here so you can see all the options, hopefully. But we place it down here. We press F1, so we haven't placed it yet. Just say that. So colour section 1, let's change the colour there. We're going to probably make something a little bit crazy here. Then let's change that up to colour selection 2. There we go. And we'll just keep going through these 3 because there's quite a lot of different options here. So look, we're changing the ridge line there on the roof. Colour section 4 is the lower part of the building there. Can you see that changing? And again, there's a huge selection of colours in here. So it's great to have all the options available to you. Let's find one that stands out a little bit just so you can see it. There we go, we'll go with the red. Let's change the next one, which I believe is the doors. So there we go. And after that, 6 is the surrounds around the windows. You can see those changing as well. 7. Can't even work out what 7 is. I found 7. 7 is in fact the colour of the racking inside. So there we go, we've zoomed right into a window there, but you can see you can change the colour of that as well. How crazy is that? Get that as a choice. So let's make that. And zoom back out again. And 8. Colour change 8. If I spin around again, it is the doors. You can see there, the roller door. And back to 1. So 8 different options for colours and colour choices on this shed, which is brilliant. So let's place that down. And that's done. So there you go. Now, the other great thing about this is once you've done this, you don't actually have to demolish your shed and redo that if you want to change it again. Look, if I go over here, if I mouse over the big shed here, look, the options are still there, so we can change colour. So you can change what you want to change using left shift N and M to scroll through your different colour selections, and then N and M to change your colour. So there we go. There's our roof. There's our side panels. There's the ridgeline again. Just nice strips on the side there, give you a bit of variety. There's the door. There's a small door. And back to number 1 again. So again, you don't have to change your colours by demolishing a shed and losing money that way. Very, very clever. And again, look, I've gone from this shed to this shed, so you don't need to come out. You don't need to move away. As long as you've moused over your building, you can change the colours. How clever is this? Such a brilliant mod. Who knew that flexibility was in there? So, this is available on Trailer Park Farms for sheds that are already released. So they are on his itch page. You can go and get those now. ThundR's Placeable Colours mod is already available. You can go and download that now. This restall from Legacy is coming out incredibly soon. Like I said, it's in the last throes of testing, so that will be his first shed that uses the Placeable Colours mod. And I have to say, it's so great to see 3 really good modders really putting their heads together and helping each other out and coming up with a brilliant solution. This is really, really clever. I must say, Trailer Park Farm's last shed, which I haven't touched on here, which I will just now, is his scale shop. There it is. It is in tools in buildings. So there you go. And again, there's a load of options on this one. So I think there are 5 different options on this one. So let's just go through these so you've seen these as well. There's the roof. 2 is your walls. 3 is your ridgeline again. 4 is the doors. And 5 is your actual scale. So you can change the colour of that as well to whichever one you want, which is quite nice. So again, once they're done like that, they are done. You can escape, come out of the menu, and there they are. In all glorious colours. And again, just to prove, we'll just run over here now, jump back into the build menu, mouse over it, and start changing our colours again. There you go. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant mod. So, there you go. I think Args talked about it in his video when he said, you know, actual game-changing stuff. Incredibly clever, incredibly intelligent ways of finding out new ways of doing stuff. And I, for one, I am super impressed with this. I mean, I'm a big fan. As you know, Trailer Park and Legacy, their sheds are some of the best in the game as it goes. And ThundR probably one of the best scripters out there in the game as well. So, superb to see them all collaborating together and coming up with such a clever solution. So there you go, that's it from me. I just want to share this with you because I think it's really, really good. So for now, from me, thanks very much for watching. Make sure you go and check these guys out. Go and give them likes and thumbs up on their socials. Give them all the credit they deserve. Give them a good follow and keep an eye open. This shed will be out very soon. And like I said, the Placeable Colours from ThundR and the sheds from Trailer Park Farms are already there, so you can go and grab them and play with them now. So, take care, and I'll see you all again very soon. Bye for now.